Hello everybody. I am working in my studio on something over here. I'll show you in just a minute. But right now, I'm gonna see if I can show you outside my window. Let me move this. That is snow. And a lot of it. And it hasn't stopped coming down. I think we may get a lot. Talking like 6 inches of snow, possibly, is what they're calling for, which is crazy. I live in the Florida Panhandle, and we don't see snow like this very often. But today I am working on something unusual, and I thought I would let you guys come along with me and watch. So I've been on a little Swan kick lately, and right now I've got, this is my inspiration board that I keep up. I change things out, and if I'm inspired by something, I put it up here on my board and end up usually with a series or something when it comes to that idea. So these swans that I have here, so this is a little, I'll show you, a little ceramic piece that I found at the thrift store. And I've got a little painting of a swan. And while I was at the thrift store the other day, I picked up this old chalkboard. And that's my color mixing thing behind it. But this in front is just an old chalkboard with some places on it that are kind of torn and rubbed off, but I thought it would be a really good base to use for some sort of painting. So I love going to thrift stores, finding things like this that I can paint on, turn into something pretty. So it is a chalkboard, and I've used a piece of chalk, and I've drawn out what is going to be a swan. So I've got the outline of it here, the basic outline. And I'm gonna paint right on top of this with acrylic paint. I'm gonna start with some yellow ochre. So you guys let me know where you're watching from and if you guys are getting snow like I am today. Get a different brush here. Like I said, this snow is crazy. Actually, I'm gonna get a bigger brush than that. And I'm gonna use the outline of this one here to give me an idea of, I'm gonna put it down over here, but it gives me an idea of the shape that I'm going for. But when I started out with the chalk outline, that's gonna go away. I won't be able to see that once I paint over it. They put a little peach in there too. And I'm definitely gonna put a lot of white. This is something I think would be pretty like over a bed or maybe even in a little girl's room. Something like that. Grab another brush and I'm just gonna dip right into my white. I'm gonna get this first layer on here and then I'll probably let this dry and then I'll come back over it with some bright white. This is just giving me a good mixture of some warm undercolor. It's gonna show up and look really pretty. So you'll be able to see that coming through that white. So you don't want it to be just straight out of the container white. We want some pretty warm white for this. So that was a really fast, thing that came together there. Now what I'm gonna have to figure out is, this is already black, so I gotta find a way to make well, I can do this with some black and white and make sort of a gray for this part of its head. And I almost put my paintbrush in my teacup. It's a thing you risk when you drink your tea while you're painting. But let's see. Just make this little beak area right there. So that's the beginning, and I don't really have to do a whole lot more. And this is going to be something that I'm really going to be excited about because number one, I love to recycle things and take things that I find at a thrift store and turn it into something really pretty. And I really like swans. So this is going to come together and look really pretty, I think. Let me grab a smaller brush. Let me see. That is going to be perfect for this size, and the shape and the color of this chalkboard is going to work just like I thought it would. So I'm really excited about this. But I need a little bit of a lighter color on its beak here. Just to make that show up a little bit more. And I can come back in with some bright white. So this is already drying really quickly because acrylic paint dries fast, and I can layer in quick time. So while that is drying, I'm gonna think about whether or not I want to add anything like flowers or like a garland of some sort. You guys tell me what you think. Should I add some flowers to it or should I not? That's usually you can't go wrong with flowers, right? But I don't know. This is the sort of thing I can't really paint over the black. I mean, I guess I could, but it's not going to look the same. If I were using a canvas, I could paint over it and switch things and change things if I wanted to. But with this, since it's this chalkboard, when I put the paint down, it's going to be there. So, I don't know if I want to put flowers or not. You guys let me know what you think. So I'm going to go back into my white now because this is getting drier. And I'm going to lighten up some spots. So I may go in and add like a few little lines of reflection, or I may not. I don't know. I just, can't decide. But you know, it already looks pretty good just like that. So I may just leave it that kind of floating there. I don't know. This one over here on my inspiration board, I've got sort of a reflection underneath it with a few little lines of white, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. Hi, Judy. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Teresa. So if you're just getting here, I was saying I bought this. This is an old chalkboard that I found at a thrift store. And I knew I wanted to paint a swan on it. So I used some chalk and outlined it. Gave myself a little sketch and then just painted this up just now. But I can't decide if I want to put, like, can you see up here? I've got some reflections underneath that one. But if I try to do that on here and it doesn't turn out well, I'm kind of stuck with it because I can't paint over. This is distressed. It's naturally distressed. Let me show you a little closer. It's got some spots on it where the chalkboard has rubbed off. And I don't know, I just kind of like it is. But there's always I don't know if I should add some flowers, like a little flower garland around its neck. I don't know. But you guys let me know what you think. I'll be watching the comments. And you can see back behind me back there, out my window, it's white because that is snow. Lots and lots of snow, which is really weird for us here. I'll see if you can see out this window. Can you see all that? That is crazy. Crazy, crazy. But anyway, thanks for being here with me today. I will see you next week. Bye.